have the Met Gala, highly regarded as the most prestigious night in fashion. Or is it? According to some, not so much anymore. Due to COVID, it's been over 2 years since the biggest names in fashion have graced the red carpet of the Met Gala. And you may be asking yourself, do we even care anymore? I mean, with everything we've all been through over the last 18 months, do any of us really have the energy or brain cells to dedicate to a glorified rich people costume party? Apparently, yes. Yes, we do. Somehow, we still care a lot. After being canceled and then subsequently postponed, the 2021 gala is finally upon us, and the internet is buzzing with rumors about who will and won't be in attendance. And you all seem to have very strong opinions about 2 names on the rumored guest list. And no, I'm not talking about those fake seating carts Carts? And no, I'm not talking about those... Sorry. And no, I'm not talking about those fake feeding charts?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
Get it together. And no, I'm not talking about those fake seating charts that are circling. Stop that. Just stop. The event seems to be set full steam ahead for Monday, September 13th. How are we in September? What is happening? I say it seems to be set, but let's be honest, we're in the home stretch, and I'm sure it's much too late for Miss Wintour to be getting any deposits back, and the Met Gala is, after all, first and foremost, a fundraiser. The only thing that would really cause it to be canceled again would be if, maybe the global pandemic still hadn't blown over by now. Oh, wait.
Coronavirus!
Anyway, that's right. The Met Gala is a fundraiser. Even with everyone clamoring for an invite, attendees still need to pay their way in, with individual tickets running at about $35,000 and full tables going for a reported $300,000. That said, there are 2 names on the rumored guest list that have everyone's panties in a bunch, and those are YouTuber Emma Chamberlain and TikTok star Addison Rae. Listen, these 2 are not the first nor the only social media stars to attend or rumored to be attending, but these 2 are the names at the center of the online shitstorm for some reason. And I don't make the internet drama, hopefully. I just report on it. Social media stars on the guest list for the most exclusive and high-profile night in fashion?
We were all rooting for you! How dare you!
Page 6 even went as far as to put into print that the Met Gala is losing its prestige due to the influencer guest list, and that the Met Gala has gone from super prestigious to just being full of influencers. So it's pretty safe to say that certain Page 6 writers can count themselves out from ever being invited ever. You are now on a very different list of Annas, and it's not the guest list. A bit of background on the gala. The Met Gala, also called the Met Ball, historically takes place the first Monday in May, and it's a fundraiser benefiting the Costume Institute at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, aka the Met. The dress code is black tie and very extravagant, and there's always a specific theme, and attendees get to preview the Costume Institute's annual exhibit, which changes each year. Yes, that's what annual exhibit means, just making sure you're paying attention. High-profile celebs wear custom high-end looks, ranging from a nod to the theme, to a full-blown iteration of the theme, to completely ignoring the theme and ending up on some worst dress list. It's all about who's dressing who's being dressed by who's sitting at whose table. It's all very she, but it's also very hush-hush. While it's been compared to the Oscars, nothing from the Met Gala is actually televised, except for the celebrities arriving and walking the carpet. And no photos are allowed to be taken inside the event, except for that one now infamous bathroom selfie, which was a huge scandal. Rich people are weird. So with past attendees as iconic as Jackie O, Princess Di, Queen Bee, Naomi Campbell, do influencers being in attendance ruin the image of the gala? Well, first of all, this rumor that Emma and Addison are invitees may not even be true. This could be a false leak to spike interest in the gala, which here we are all talking about it, but let's assume that this report is true. In general, I don't think fashion needs to be so snobby. I don't think you need to know who Alessandro Michele is to buy and wear Gucci. But if you want to sit front row at one of their shows, you should have some sort of fashion association and knowledge. That said, while the two leaked names, Emma Chamberlain and Addison Rae, are being lumped together as social media influencers, I don't think these two are the same in this regard. Emma is an ambassador for Louis Vuitton, while Addison is a spokesmodel for American Eagle. And that's not shade at Addison or American Eagle. The metrics on that partnership are nothing to scoff at. But in terms of high fashion specifically, Emma makes a little more sense to me than Addison does. But more on these two in a bit. In general, if we take events like Fashion Week or the Met Gala and break them down to their bones and their purpose, they're intended for press and fashion tastemakers to preview something in hopes that they can spread interest and enthusiasm down the fashion pipeline to the public, aka the trickle-down effect. And whether fashion and media purists like it or not, social media influencers are now a huge part of that pipeline. That's why they're called influencers. But let's talk about this Met Gala this year specifically. This Met Gala is meant to have a younger vibe and seemingly garner interest from a younger crowd. Each year, the gala has co-chairs. This year's co-chairs are Billie Eilish, Naomi Osaka, Timothée Chalamet, and Amanda Gorman, aka all people under 25. And one of the event's main sponsors this year is none other than Instagram. So now, do you still feel like these potential influencer invitations are completely inappropriate? Don't you just love it when people start freaking out about something they see online without looking any further into it? I know, it's just the best. Now here's where it could get a little sticky. While all fame is pretty fickle, social media fame can come and go in the blink of an eye. And you also don't need to be particularly talented in the traditional sense of the word to become social media famous. So people tend to take social media stars and their body of work a lot less seriously. Okay. If we're being completely honest, I think that jealousy also plays a role here too. Because when we see someone who's famous for like acting or singing or painting or playing an instrument or a sport in a way that we can't, we feel like their fame and success is warranted. But we as humans don't like seeing everyday people without a world-class talent making millions of dollars while we eat our meal prep lunches at our office desks under fluorescent lights day after day after day. We don't like that shit. It makes us mad. And I think that's part of where the hate comes from. That said, there have been other times over the years where people have complained that the Vogue name or the Met Gala have been cheapened by certain associations. People hated on Kim Kardashian so hard when she attended her first Met as Kanye's date. And civilization ceased to function when Vogue dared put her on their cover the following year. But who's laughing now? Kim's career was not fleeting reality show fame. And it's hard to predict, but who's to say that Addison's career won't follow a similar trajectory? I don't know. Addison may not be the most talented in any particular area. There's certainly more talented singers or dancers or actors out there not getting anywhere near as much fame or financial success or recognition as Addison has. But Addison has star quality. The girl's magnetic. The people have spoken and given Addison unprecedented relevancy because they love her. But I don't want to see her at the Met this year. Not in a mean way. Not like the people who are joking that Lady Gaga's gonna mistake Addison for a waitress. Although that is kind of funny. And Addison seems to think it was kind of funny too. But I just think it's a little too soon for her to be invited to the Met. Like, she doesn't have any high fashion relevancy, and to be honest, her career itself feels a little half-baked to me. I think she's dabbling in a bunch of different things and figuring out what she wants to do. Like, she dropped a single and she was in that Netflix movie, which I will not be watching, and I watch everything. Oh my god, am I a hater? And those are YouTuber Emma Chamberlain and TikTok star... what the fuck is her name? Okay, maybe I need to check myself, but I think I'm being objective when I say that it's just too soon to legitimize her on this level. Like, sure, let her do Fallon, but the Met Gala?
That is not correct.
As a TikToker transitioning to the mainstream, I think Addison's type of fame needs to just settle and prove that it's here to stay before we'll all just accept her bumping elbows at this particular event. But if Addison Rae could be the next Kim Kardashian, I feel like Emma Chamberlain could be the next Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. You know, like child star turned fashion mainstay. To me, Emma Chamberlain at the Met Gala makes sense. She's not new to the scene, she's been around for years, and her personal style and fashion sense have always always been part of the conversation. I don't think it's too forward to even say that Emma has had a hand in shaping Gen Z fashion, in that she sets fashion trends that other young people follow. Also, I feel like as she goes from a teenager to an adult, she may be at this crossroads where she's considering the next chapter of her career, and I could totally see her launching a fashion brand that she creative directs behind the scenes. Like, it's not merch and it doesn't have her name on it, but it's more like what the Olsen twins did with the row. Like, can't you kind of see that for her? Also, like I said, Emma is an ambassador for Louis Vuitton. So if nothing else, Louis Vuitton could buy a table at the gala and invite Emma and Dixie D'Amelio as their guests. And if that happens, please keep calm. It does make sense in that context, especially in terms of like the more youthful digital vibe of this year's gala. But who knows? This year is a weird fucking year. Like, did we have Oscars this year? Did we have anything this year? I don't even know what year it is. So what do you think? Can the Met Gala walk the line between embracing the youths and not insulting the old guard? Do you think I'm way off base about Addison or Emma? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. I never wanted to be someone who said like and subscribe, but here we are. It does make a difference. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time the internet's freaking out about something.